The usual.
What up, Reddit? It's Kendrick Lamar.
Who died and made you my therapist? You mean my anime review stuff? I mean, I guess, but I don't really have that much to say. At best, I'll just talk about the core reason why I don't like it. Okay, since you're pushing so many ideas, why don't you pick something for me?
Leave me alone!
Where do I even begin with this finale? Let's at least start from the very beginning.
To break free of our fate.
Made in heaven!
To quickly summarize the beginning of this episode, Miyu uses a vortex to break Mashiro free. Why does this happen? Well, so the camera panels to everyone either being depressed, now's about to get jumped, and somebody who's asleep. I forgot her name already, and I do not feel like researching it. And, oh boy, do I have a lot to say about this scene right here. This scene right here, but we're not going to get there. I'm not going to jump ahead of myself. We cut back to Mikoto and Mai duking it out until Mai decided to put the whole fight on hold, only to ask Mr. Reddit what would happen if she decided to take his offer.
What if I agreed to join you? Then what about Mikoto?
She'd gladly let you strike the fatal blow. Isn't that right, Mikoto?
Yes, brother.
Wow, what an asshole.
After Mr. Reddit reveals that he's going to make them kill each other regardless of their choice, she decides to turn down his offer.
Unbelievable. Women can be such a nuisance.
What up, Reddit? It's Kendrick Lamar.
After Mr. Reddit realized that his sister wasn't going to be willing to help him out, he decides to make her turn on her by force.
That's gotta be racist. There's no way.
Before Mai was about to get jumped by Mr. Reddit and his sister, until a very familiar face that we know of throughout this entire season swoops in and saves the day. And this is where I get to my biggest gripe about this episode. Actually, a series of gripes, but I'm pretty sure you get what I mean.
My name is Jeff.
The time has finally arrived. You must awaken, my HiME. Now is the time to bring our long years of fighting to an end, and the chance to free ourselves from the yoke of a cursed fate. Since ancient times, many young maidens have been sacrificed as offerings of these festivals. Use their tears. Let their feelings be your nourishment. This is the time to perform the true dance of the Battle Princesses. Your love for someone precious, and the power of that love.
Haruka! Are you shitting me?
Why even make a big deal about dying in this series if you were just gonna get immediately revived at the finale? What was the point in introducing death if it wasn't going to have any long-term consequences in the end? You do realize that a character's death has a major chain effect, so for you to just bring him back, it makes this seem straight up pointless. This has the same dilemma as Dragon Ball. Why should I care if a characters die if they're just going to be brought back? But you want to know the worst part about this? This is only the tip of the iceberg of the main issues with episode 26. The fact being, what is even going on in this episode? There's barely any explanation here. Biggest example being the revival scene. I have a question for you. Do you know what Mashiro's powers are in the series? Besides episode 26? I'll give you a couple of seconds to figure it out.
A few moments later.
Oh yeah, none. They never give you an explanation on how they work. And before you say, well, in episode 22, they foreshadowed it. Unless you say, oh, this is the key, is enough foreshadowing. Yeah, that's not good enough. I think all this would have been easily solved if they explained what the plan was in episode 22. Not to say that it would fix everything, but at least it would cushion the blow a little bit.
I'm sorry. Please forgive me, Natsuki.
It's okay, Shizuru. Don't cry.
Congratulations! Congratulations!
Congratulations.
Congratulations!
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 It's okay, Suzuku. Despite you going on a little bit of a mass killing spree, killing somebody's homie, heck, killing somebody's mother, preposterous. Slip of the hand, am I right, guys?
What do you think you can accomplish on your own? You gave up your will and the power to fight. Yuichi Tate!
You've got a point there. But you know what? That guy you remember is dead.
That's ridiculous logic. What are you doing, Mikoto? You're supposed to be fighting.
If I'm gonna be positive for a real quick second, I do like this scene between Mai and Makoto. Because despite how desperate the situation may be, Mai is willing to understand Makoto even if it means costing her life.
I get it! Mikoto! I know now. I love you, Mikoto.
That there's no way you can possibly beat me.
Oh yeah, but then again, I'm in too deep to pull out now.
Is that so? Then you shall die!
Stop the cap.
So we can add losing to a regular normie to the tally of things that makes no sense in this episode. How are you losing to somebody who beats people with a wooden stick? You're centuries old and you can't beat this guy within a matter of seconds? Literally unwatchable now.
My,
Pretty impressive move, I'll give you that much. Now, time to finish this off.
Stop the cap.
not on my watch, buddy. I'm gonna protect my, and that's because
These nuts.
I love her!
That's the gayest shit I ever heard.
That's garbage!
Obvious joking aside, this is another tally of stuff that just doesn't make any sense. Why is this a tally? Because nowhere at no point do they say that, oh, those magical beads are just a seal before the real Obsidian Lord comes in. And I would have let this slide if it wasn't for the fact that the Obsidian King said he got reincarnated. But they never say how at any point in this season. Now, I'm not saying put a massive info dump here. I'm just saying at least explain how he does it. But anyway, the Obsidian King decides to go into his final form.
Since ancient times, I have guided the power of the HiME star, and have controlled the misfortunes and so-called miracles that have occurred in this world.
So you're the one that killed my friends.
Well, no fucking shit.
Kakutsuchi!
Is this where Beast Ganon got his strategy from? Turns out Mai can't do diddly squat until they break the barrier. But fortunately for her, all of her homies decide to come through and destroy the star themselves. If there is one compliment that I can say about this scene, is the music. It's probably one of my favorite tracks in the series. But sadly, there are so many tallies in this moment alone. I could say it here, but I'm going to save it to the very end. One of said tallies being this.
Fujino! You... Miss Fujino? Forgive me, girls!
But With all their powers combined, they were able to break the barrier, allowing Mai to get the finishing blow on the Obsidian King once and for all.
A few moments later.
Hey, the fighting is over now. Mai, don't cry anymore. I like you so much better when you're laughing.
Mikoto!
It feels so good to love, right? Mai.
No, Mikoto! Mikoto! Say something!
Wow, this is actually a pretty good scene. I hope they don't ruin it.
Mikoto?
I'm starving, Mai.
Yeah, I don't even think I want to finish this episode. Mainly because I have so many questions. One of which being, how is Now just automatically chill with Suzuku despite what she did to her? No. Scratch that. Why is Now willing to work with the person that cost her eye? The bigger question in the room is, how is the Shears Foundation not going after Alyssa? You could make the argument that because the HiME star is destroyed, they won't need her anymore. What's stopping them from just preventing her to be in the public? Considering that Alyssa was a part of their plan to begin with. So them just having their specimen just walk around in public seems a little bit strange. And I could go on, but then again, we'll never get these answers. This episode alone leaves more questions than answers. I get they didn't want to have the whole show end on a sad note, but at the same time, they could have explained stuff a little bit better. Matter of fact, they could have explained the plan right after they destroyed the HiME Star and the Obsidian Lord. Now, would it be info dumpy? Yeah, definitely. But it's way better than just having, look guys, all your favorite characters are alive. Aren't you guys happy now? I could go on, but the more I think about it, the more it makes me mad. And the more I get mad, the more I kind of want to ignore this episode. Because the show is really good, but this episode alone just kind of ruins it. The best way my friend described it is that they tried to add too much with too little time. So yeah, that's all I have to say for this video. One of my next video will be HiME related, but it'll actually be fun more than disappointing. But before I make that video, I'm going to have to make like a quick special video. And don't worry, it's not tomorrow's teachings, but I think I found something straight up hilarious. But anyway, catch you on the flip side.